Hey everyone, it's Marisa. Okay, let me start with a question. Do you ever find yourself scrolling your phone while your partner is telling you about their day, and then suddenly they're like, well, never mind, it wasn't important anyway? Yeah, ouch.
Ow!
Here's the thing. Most relationships don't implode because of the big dramatic fights. They usually die a slow death from the little things, the tiny harmless habits that we think don't matter, but actually eat away at love like termites in the walls. You don't see the damage until, well, the whole house is leaning. Today, we're going to talk about the habits that might secretly be wrecking your relationship. And don't worry, I'm not here to shame you because trust me, I'm guilty of more than one of these. This is a safe space with a side of tough love and maybe a little laughter because sometimes you just have to laugh at how human we all are. So grab your coffee, grab your partner if you're feeling brave, and let's walk through the 7 harmless habits that are anything but harmless. And by the end, I'll give you some quick fixes so you can stop sabotaging your relationship without even realizing it. Habit number 1, phubbing. Let's start with the obvious one, phubbing. That's phone plus snubbing. You know when your partner is telling you something important and you're like, totally. Wow, Jessica just posted a picture of her brunch. It feels harmless, but it's basically telling your partner, my phone is more interesting than you. Ouch. And I'll be honest, my husband has had to say to me more than once, hey, do you want to talk to me or your screen? And I hate that moment because he's right. Okay, here's the fix. Create no phone zones. Dinner table, bedroom, or even a 10-minute check-in when the phones are down. I promise Instagram will survive without you for 10 minutes. Well, probably. Habit number 2, leaving text on red. Next up, leaving your partner on red. Oh, this one stings. Picture this. You text your partner, love you, hope you're having a great day, and they open it. You see the red 12:04 p.m. receipt, and then silence. Hours go by. You start spiraling. Are they mad at me? Did I do something? Are they in a ditch? Most of the time it's nothing, but they just got distracted. But the silence feels like rejection. Okay, here's the quick fix. Even a one-word response helps. Busy, or my personal favorite, the little heart reaction. Quick, easy, and it tells your partner, I saw this and I care. Because nothing kills romance faster than the cold, heartless, red receipt. Habit number 3, the silent treatment. Okay, let's get real. The silent treatment. Some of us think it's harmless because we're not yelling. We're just being quiet. But silence is not neutral. Silence says, I'm punishing you with my absence. And honestly, that's scarier than yelling sometimes. At least yelling gives me data. Silence gives me paranoia. I'll admit, I used to do this. I think, if I just don't talk to him, he'll figure out what he did wrong. Spoiler alert, he never figured it out. Not once. Okay, here's the fix. Instead of the cold shoulder, try the gentle timeout. Say, I need 15 minutes to cool off so I don't say something I regret. I'll come back and we'll talk. That way you're still setting a boundary, but you're not leaving your partner in the emotional desert. Habit number 4, forgetting appreciation. Now let's talk about the lost art of saying thank you. We think love should just run on autopilot, but without appreciation, love runs out of gas. It's not the big gestures that keep relationships alive. It's the small ones. Like when my husband empties the dishwasher. I could just say nothing and think, well, that's his job too. Or I could say, thanks for doing that, babe. And suddenly we both feel lighter. Okay, here's the quick fix. Make it a habit to say thank you once a day for something small. Gratitude is basically WD-40 for relationships. Keeps the squeaky parts from grinding. Habit number 5, passive listening. You ever talk to your partner and all you get back is, yeah, wow, crazy. And you just know they're not listening. It feels harmless, but it builds walls because what it's really saying is, I don't have the energy to care right now. Okay, here's the fix. Active listening doesn't mean nodding like a bobblehead. It means reflecting back. So what you're saying is, or asking one curious question doesn't take long. It just says, hey, I'm here with you. And listen, sometimes you just don't have it in you. That's okay. Just be honest. I want to hear this, but can we talk in 30 minutes when I feel less fried? That honestly goes a long way. Habit number 6, comparisons. Okay, this one is sneaky. Comparing your partner, even jokingly. Like, why can't you be more like Jen's husband? He always brings her flowers. You think it's harmless. They hear you're not good enough. And don't get me started on ex comparisons. If you've ever said, well, my ex used to do it this way, just don't. No. Delete that thought. Here's the fix. Flip it. Instead of comparing, affirm. I love how you, or I appreciate that you. Trust me, that creates way more romance than dragging in poor Jen's husband. Habit number 7, saying, I'm fine. Last but not least, the classic, I'm fine. No, you're not. We know you're not. If you were fine, you'd say something else. Fine is code for, I don't want to talk, but I also want you to guess. It feels harmless because you're avoiding conflict, but what it actually does is build confusion and resentment. Okay, here's the quick fix. Instead, try, I'm upset, but I'm not ready to talk about it yet. Can we check in later? That's honest. That's clear. And it doesn't make your partner feel like they need a crystal ball. So those are the 7 harmless habits that actually aren't harmless at all. Phubbing, leaving text on read, silent treatment, forgetting appreciation, passive listening, comparisons, and the dreaded, I'm fine. Here's the good news. These aren't hard fixes. They just take awareness. And honestly, once you see them, you can't unsee them. So which one of these habits are you guilty of? Be brave and drop it in the comments. I'll confess mine. Definitely, I'm fine. My husband hates it. But hey, awareness is the first step, right? If this video hit home for you, hit that like button, share with a friend who might need the reminder, and subscribe to Marisa in the World for more real talk about love, life, and relationships. Because sometimes it's not the big things, it's the small stuff that makes or breaks love. Let's start fixing it one tiny habit at a time. And hey, check out Marisa's Market to update your apparel. We've got new Halloween items, relationship gear, outdoor gear, all kinds of stuff. Check it out. And check out this next video to continue growing in your relationship. See you in the next video.